So this is the X linear rail mounted. We have a new carriage, X-Carriage here assembly. We've got the standard stock end fitted to it. We adjusted the end stop so that it works, stops in the correct place. If I turn it around, yeah, you can see it a wee bit better. I've replaced these 20 tooth with 20 tooth pulleys here, that side and this side as well. These have been replaced. There is sufficient height for the belt to actually clear the linear rail on both sides, which means that there's no need to replace any of these brackets, the motor bracket and the other side. So that made things a lot easier. So I measured the distance from the back of the frame to the linear rail, made sure it was equal both ends. It's secured by M3 bolts and T-nuts every so often, and I've got some lithium grease in the groove, and it slides quite well. Alright, so it's been done, and so the first thing I did was I went to the menu, prepare Home X. So it's just Home X. So that's it stopped. So if I then move axis X by 10mm, what I want to know is how far I can go before I start getting into trouble. So now I'm really close here, and that's at 180. So I've got a distance in X of about 180 that I can go to with this Tevo sensor before I get into trouble. Obviously, when I replace that with the other sensor, which is the in the next video, I'll be using a capacitive sensor, and that's already been pre-wired, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. I'm going to lose a wee bit more on the X as well, because it's going to stick out a bit further. So I'm down to 180 in X, that's fine. So if I now go, big test is always auto home. There we go, Home X, Home Y, Home Z. And you notice there that Z's actually going down a wee bit too far, which means that I'm going to have to adjust the Z axis as well. I've just been playing around with it, so I'll do that now. So let's try auto home. This bed shouldn't move at all. Right, and it's just above the surface of the bed. So basically what I did, because it was going down too far, what I did was I went move axis in Z and move by 0.1 of a millimeter, and you notice the Z raising, and I raised it until it sort of came off the bed and there was a bit of a distance there, and then at that particular point I went around the back, and with this I adjusted this bolt which puts the Z home position switch here. So I screwed that down to engage the switch, and then retested it, did a little bit more adjustment, just like one complete turn at a time, and now it's fine. So it didn't take long, just a few minutes to do that. When I replaced the carriage over here, I put the end stop switch on here, but it wasn't stopping, and that's because during the transition from the stock carriage to this one, and re-putting the putting this converting and swapping the switch over to this new bracket, one of the wires had actually worked loose and I had to resolder that. So that's the linear upgrade all done, all finished. Nothing else to do there. And next step is something like a E3D hot end with a capacitive inductive sensor to do the auto bed leveling. So that's what we'll have a go at next video.